Hello and welcome to the world of Elite Dangerous. This is Hayden and this is episode 4 of my gaming guides on how to play Elite Dangerous. This time what I'm going to be looking at is navigation. So I'm here in my trusty Asp. I'm way out of the galactic human bubble over at Herjuk station, and what I want to do is go for a little bit of exploration. But how do I get around the galaxy? Well, first off, what I need to do is go into my galaxy map. And here is the galaxy map. So as you can see, there are an awful lot of different stars around where I am. It is really incredibly crowded. All of the stars are very close to each other, which means that it's really good for exploration and also for short jumps. Just to prove to you where I am in the galaxy as well, this is the course that I plotted all the way from the human galactic bubble over here, 22,000 light years, to where we are with Herjuk station. This waypoint here is Sagittarius A, which is somewhere that I intend to go to in the near future, and I've got a little bookmark here. All of these are bookmarks, you can set them yourself in the game, and basically all that I want to do is identify somewhere to go. So looking at all of these areas, there are all sorts of things which you can visit. If you look here, we've got a couple of rather nice nebula around here. I'm actually in a nebula myself now, so maybe it would be nice to have a look at what's at the far side of this nebula. So first off, what you need to do is know about movement. Now, movement in terms of Elite Dangerous depends upon whether or not you're using the PC version or you're using the Xbox version. On the PC, if you hold down the left mouse button, then all you will do is rotate on the axis of the particular star that you are currently marked on. That is this symbol here. This symbol here, the one above, little ship sort of symbol, that represents the fact that I have a ship stored at that location. This is a bookmark that I have created. That's one of my little mining areas. So to rotate on the star that I'm currently on, it's just holding down the left mouse button and moving. In terms of that on the Xbox, that would just be one of the sticks. Clicking on, I can zoom in on the star, and then I can use the, if you've got a mouse, a center scroll wheel to get further in and out. On the Xbox, I believe it's the triggers on the controller that you can do that. When you have a star selected, you're given basic details about the star, the class of the star, etc. And then we have all of these symbols here as well. So we can select this as a location, and then it will put a marker in there. That doesn't matter how far away it is. This is a route planner, so if you choose a star that's further away, you can plan a route, and if it's that is within range of my ship, so it's just one jump. However, you can choose further if you wish. As you can see, the details change on whichever star that you've got. If I just go back to my home star, this is for placing a bookmark, and this one will take you to the system map. This is exactly the same as selecting the system map from your panel. And here, this is the current makeup of where I am at the moment. So as you can see, a number of ringed planets, asteroid belts and moons here as well. Here, this blue around here denotes the fact that it is a landable planet, so I can land my ship on these planets if I really wish to. If it's red, what it means is that you actually need a permit to land on those planets. Obviously asteroid belts and rings are really good for doing mining operations. The type of planet, star as well, will also dictate whether or not you can scoop fuel from there. So let's just have a quick look at this panel on the left. This will change for every planet, or for every system rather, and it gives you the general details about the type of government, the state, the allegiance, etc. You then have different options as well, and provides you with different pieces of information wherever it is that you're clicking on. If you click on a station, which is one here, this is the only station out here at the moment, then it tells you what the trade economy is. So it's tourism, importing silver and other commodities and exports, and items that are prohibited. So these are your black market items here, and it gives you a bit of stellar data about that as well. Bookmarks, you can plan local bookmarks if you want, so I can add a bookmark to that station there. I can also remove a bookmark if I want to as well. And here this just lists all of the locations currently available, and I can set a marker on whichever one. As you will see, they're all unexplored because I haven't visited any of these locations as of yet. So here's a galaxy map again. To move around the horizontal plane, hold both mouse buttons and you can move around as so. This allows you to get around really quite easily on the map, and depending upon your zoom will depend upon how quickly and how far you actually move. And if I hold the right mouse button, then I can go up and down the galactic plane, but staying on the point where I'm at. So this allows you to see the stars that are above you and the stars that are below you as well. So that is how you navigate on the PC. On the Xbox One, then the control sticks do most of that for you, although to change the orientation so that you're going up and down, I believe it's the X key that you will actually use for that. So zooming out a little bit, what I want to do is I want to come out to this far side of this nebula. Let's zoom in a little bit and let's get a bit more information. Oops. So as I can see here, this is the dark side of the nebula. So I'm just going to choose a random planet here, or a random star I should say. So this is 60 light years away. It's far too far for me to be able to jump that distance in one jump. My ship doesn't have that much of a distance to travel, but what I can do is I can plan my route. And as we can see there, it's planned a route. It looks like it's 1, 2, 3 jumps to the star, which isn't too bad. That will only take a couple of minutes. I haven't visited this system before, so there is no system map information available. Also available on this screen, you can search for a specific star. So if we were to search for our very own star, I'm going to zoom out here so you can see just how far it is. Sol. And as you can see, it is 22,000 light years from my current location. For travelling time, read that as 22 hours from my current location if I was to go in a direct route, and that is real-time gameplay. What you can do on this part of the screen here is you can look at your current location, selected location to get the distance. You can do jump data for economical routes, so this will preserve as much fuel as you possibly have. It will mean many more stops. the difference between travelling 1,000 light years was a difference between, for one part of a journey I was doing, 25 stops to about 180. So be careful about that. Fastest routes as well, and you can also do a frame shift drive boost if you want to, and it gives you the factor of 3. You can go there. The other thing as well is if you've got cargo in your ship, you can adjust that for the amount of cargo that you have. So if I had the full jump range on my ship, then my jump range is 22 light years, and at the moment it's 26 light years with no tons. So all of that will affect your route planning. So if you have, say, 20 tons of cargo, you're going to have to set that to 20, or it will do it automatically for you, to be honest. And then that will then work out how many stars you have to keep hopping to in order to be able to get to your location. Bookmarks, these are all of the bookmarks which I have bookmarked in the game, so all of stars or locations. And then here we have different views. Realistic view of the galaxy, it just takes out a lot of the data. The map view, and in the power play view. In the human bubble there is a part of the game called power play, which, as you can see, Sol is pretty much in the centre of it, but I'm probably cover that at a different time rather than just now. So other things that you can do here is you can show by colour different allegiances, different governments or economies, or states, or star class. Star class is really quite useful. You can toggle these on and off as well, which is incredibly useful for when you're doing a long jump and you don't want to jump to brown dwarf stars because you can't fuel scoop them. So my advice here is switch all of the ones off if you're doing a long journey, to try and get the ones where you can scoop at reasonable locations. You never want to get down to any lower than 20 to 33% of your fuel tank, because you need to ensure that you've got enough distance to travel to get to a star that you can fuel scoop from if you're doing a long journey. If, on the other hand, you're in the habitable area, you just need to ensure you've got enough fuel to be able to jump to the nearest system with a station in it. But you can switch these on and off as you wish. If I zoom in here, for example, if I wanted to switch off all of the O-type star, or many of these stars, you'll see them disappearing from view now. And then I can put them back as well. So it's quite a useful way of navigating if you want to. You can also show by population as well, and various different other things. So it's quite a neat kind of feature that you can have there. Like I said, you can also do by economy. So if you wanted high-tech economies or particular military economies, you can switch those on and off as well. Government types, allegiances, and the type of governments, all of those sorts of things. Local cartographic data, no data available. Trade shop data, there's all sorts of things that you can filter on. Personally, most of the time I just have it filtered on to none. And here, the other thing you can do is also show trade routes that are available as well. At the moment I've got no trade routes showing, but if I show all of the trade routes, it's probably not going to actually show the local data for over here at the moment, for the simple reason that I'm at the other side of the galaxy. So these are some of the things that you can actually filter on. Quickly reset that back. And the other thing here, you can also show where your friends are, show where your wingmen are. This symbol here, when you come on to do missions, you can actually see on these symbols above where a mission relates to. As I said, these are community goals, which include this is a community goal symbol. The engineer symbol would also appear here. Ship markers and book names. You can also show star names, gets a little bit too busy, show nebula names, show region names, and show constellations. So it's easier if you zoom right out there to show some names. No, they're not showing up very well, but that's the sort of thing that you can do on here. So now that I've actually planned my route, all that I need to do now is to do a quick 3 jumps and then I'm at my location. So I'll show you what that looks like. For those of you who listened to my previous show, you would have realised that the sound of this ship is actually different to the sound of the Sidewinder that I was using. So, there's another ship coming up. So now all I have to do is raise my landing gear. And then I have to get out of mass locked range. And that blue light has just gone out now. And now all I need to do is use my frameshift drive to do my first jump. You will see from the navigation panel there that we have the 3 dot symbol with a line going between 2 of the dots. That's where my destination is. So that's where my plot to be jumped to is next. That will change when I go to the next one, and when I go to the next one, and when I go to the next one, until I get to my end destination. You can plot a route right down to a planet, to a city on a planet, or to a space station, so you can do all of these sort of things as well. So
frameshift drive,
charge my friendship drive. Coming into the planet, just make sure that I miss it. I'll miss the sun. If you've got a fuel scoops come on automatically whenever you're near a star. And then all I'm doing is just using my compass, coming around the star and scooping at the same time.
Fuel scooping complete.
And there I've collected all of the fuel that I had used in that
Fuel
last
scoop
jump.
disengaged.
My bit of advice, and I'm going to come on to this on the episode on general universal cartography, is whenever I jump into a system, then I make sure I have my scanner on and I just do a quick scan of the system, and it will tell me what stars are in the local area. I've discovered 12 objects. I'll come on to that in a future video. So then all I need to do now is, now that I've scooped the star,
Frameshift drive charging.
do another jump.
Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scooping.
One bit of a tip and advice is, when you're actually doing jumps, be very, very careful in terms of
Fuel scoop
35 new objects found, in terms of how close to a star or a other hot object that you do the jump, for the simple reason that, especially when you're in an asp, you get an overheating problem, because charging up your FSD will make the heat in your cockpit go up. When you get to so far, it then starts to damage your ship, and eventually it will blow up because of overheating. So just to be very
Frameshift
confirmed,
drive charging.
align yourself with the next waypoint next, switch on your FSD, wait for it to charge,
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
and there we are, we're in a binary system.
Fuel scooping.
With two
Fuel
very
scoop
close stars here.
disengaged. Fuel scooping. Warning, temperature critical. Fuel scooping complete.
So there you can tell my temperature's getting really hot, and I'm now taking heat damage. If this happens, you get out of there as quickly as possible. The temperature in my cabin is currently 131 degrees. It's going down quickly as I get away from everything there. And there we have it. We are now in a binary system. I can look at my system map, and it's not a binary system. There are 4 suns in this area indeed, so that really is quite busy. I can see how far away these are as well. I should be able to. No, it's not telling me that information at the moment. But if I look over here, so 68,000 light seconds, so they're not exactly really neighbouring, but still very close. Okay, so now you've seen me navigate to a star system. Hope that's been of interest to you, and I hope that you you've enjoyed the series so far. I'll continue doing a few more, and then we'll see how people like them. So that's the end of this episode of my gaming guide for Elite Dangerous. Please give the video a like and leave your comments below. Don't forget you can also follow me on Twitter at HERJUK. I'm also on Twitch at HERJUK as well. And don't forget you can listen to me and the rest of the Cranky Gamer crew on our podcast, Cranky Gamers UK. You can access it through iTunes, and if you just do a search on Google you'll find us there as well. You can also join our Cranky Gamers UK Facebook group. Just search for Cranky Gamers UK on Facebook. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!